Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm just doing a little test here. We're going to start in about a minute. Hopefully, this is working and you're able to see the live streaming. Let's see here. Hmm, Hopefully, let's see here. Close the door. All right. Well, welcome to my channel. I'm Chi. Welcome to Divine Vibrations with Chi. I'm super excited to do my first go live with you guys. This is my little Zen station in my home, and I am an energy healer. I am a positivity mentor, and I am here to help you raise your vibrations every day. Hopefully, this is working. We're about to see. I've never done anything like this before, but I just to share a little bit about me. I am from Portland, Oregon, and I try to uh, have an amazing, positive day, live the best me that I can live every day. And I'm here and getting on my channel to help you do just that, live the best version of yourself and achieve your soul goals in life. So, how I usually start that is by some type of sound or tone to help set the tone for the day. And I have a little xylophone that I use that usually sets the tone. So, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then we'll get started into uh, an affirmation that I will pick in randomly. We're going to let the universe actually pick our affirmations because that really is the best way, right? To uh, live life. Because if we're letting the universe actually help us know and guide us, then we are living our truth and our real path. I feel like when I'm trying to control my life a lot more than letting and listening to the universe, then it kind of goes awry because I'm doing what I want and not what necessarily what the universe wants for me, which I feel is the best way to lead life. So let's start with a little bit of tone. That's awesome. So usually a little bit of music or tone helps us to well, to be honest, set our chakras. And I love to set my chakras. If for those of you that are not familiar with the chakra systems, these are there's seven chakras that most people are, familiar with. And then there is more chakras. Actually, there's a lot more chakras, but usually commonly people are familiar with the seven chakras. And let me just share them with you and what they're associated with. This is the crown chakra, which is right here at the top of your head, and it opens to divine and what the divine wants to help us know and energy wise flow. And then we have our third eye chakra, which is right here. And then we have our throat chakra, which helps us govern our voice and what we're going to say and how we're going to speak for our souls each day. We have our heart chakra right here, which is in green. And sometimes pink is associated with heart chakra as well. And then we have our sacral chakra, or pardon me, solar plexus chakra, And that's right here, right below our diaphragm and right above our belly button. And that really like governs when we are like sure of ourselves and our goals, and you can really feel it. Like a lot of people say, oh, I feel it in my gut. My gut is telling me what to do. And this is our strength, where our strength is and where our inner strength is. Actually, most people think it's your heart, but it's actually in our solar plexus chakra. And then we have our sacral chakra, which is below our belly button, and that also helps us to know our gut feelings, right, about whether something's right or wrong. And then our root chakra, which is connected to like our sexual organs as well as a grounding. So it grounds us to the earth and the things that are important in our soul journey, believe it or not. And through all these chakras, we are connected to our higher power. And these energy wheelhouses is what I call them, are ways that we can uh, be more centered as human beings, as souls traveling in this place and time through our soul journey, right? Because in actuality, these bodies are just a suitcase that we carry the most important part of ourselves, which is our soul body. And our soul body is in our human body, and we think that it's our human body that's governing our lives. But in actuality, it's our soul body that is governing our lives. We just don't tap into that as much. And sometimes when we actually start to connect with our soul purpose and our soul body is during times of struggle and strife. And so right now being one of those times where there is a lot of struggle in the world and people are grasping for different answers about what's going on, why things are going on, and what they can do about it. People are starting to connect with themselves and find a more of a center towards themselves. You'll see you probably notice a lot of people in your life are more focused on themselves, right? And that is not a bad thing. That is an amazingly good thing. And we want to do that. So, one of the ways I connect with my soul and my soul purpose and what I need to do is I try to find a positive affirmation that affirms my journey each and every day. And how I do that is through my positive affirmation bag. This is my toolkit. This is one of my ways of connecting. I have put several affirmations in here, and I'm going to let the universe kind of guide. And as you can see, they're all like chakra colors. This is my amazing tool basket. So let's see what the universe has to say. Let's see what feels good. This one feels good. And it says, this is awesome. It says, I control my thoughts and the direction I choose. I control my thoughts and the direction I choose. So that is an amazing affirmation, right? Because you control your thoughts and the direction your soul journey is going on. It's not anybody else's soul journey, it's your soul journey, it's my soul journey. So anyone else telling us what to do is just irrelevant, right? And like we're gonna listen. Most of us, it's like a kid. Like kids don't listen because they kind of, in some kind of innate way, know what's going on in themselves and what to do. So it's us adults that tend to control everything. So it's just I think this is so profound. I control my thoughts and the direction I choose. So if you can, go ahead and put it in the comments section and uh, see if you can affirm yourself today with this message. Hopefully, people are actually can hear me. We'll see after this is done whether it was a successful live chat or not, and it worked. But this is a great affirmation. And what I usually try to do is I try to affirm this message like at least 10 to 15 times throughout the day. So sometimes I put it on my phone, I take a picture of it, put it on my phone, and I say it. And here's another thing, it's just saying it isn't enough. You've got to believe it. You've got to believe that you control your thoughts and the direction you choose, that where you're going in your life. Because if you don't believe in yourself and what you're doing, then who is gonna, right? So believe in yourself, believe in your thoughts, believe in the direction your life is going, and believe that you are the one that chooses that direction. Because after all, you're driving this. You are the one driving this, nobody else, right? And that's awesome, you guys. So I love that. So I'm just gonna pick out a oracle card. Usually I will do an oracle. Sometimes I am guided to do like a tarot card or something like that, but usually it's an oracle card. And amazingly enough, it usually like falls into place with what my affirmations are. Oops, turn that off. Sorry about that. Take a little sip. So, and that's usually me feeling like the universe is in line with the message it sent me earlier, and it usually always works. So we'll see what happens, and I'm just gonna put something here and say, yeah. All right, and so let's see here. I am kind of feeling like we should go with trust your vibes. That's a good one. Oh, I haven't even really used these ones before, so this is great. Somebody's trying to get a hold of me, I think. That's one thing I don't like to do is I don't like to jump to my phone. I feel like as much as we have phones and computers and all these different things, I feel like they're tools, right? They're tools that help us accomplish different things in our day. And ooh, these two are popping out. Those are good ones. We're gonna take those. See. And so, and even though I'm on a live stream here, and even though I'm doing a video and everything like that, and it's technology, one of the things that I try to remember is these are all tools, right? They aren't the end all be all, even though we tend to like be attached to them in some way, and we think we need our phone or we need our computer or we need our stuff. What we actually need is to disconnect and to reconnect. And even though these devices and these technologies help us connect together in a different way, sometimes they can be a detriment to us because they keep us too connected, and then we can't tap into our inner selves and our own vibes. And I feel like sometimes being connected with ourselves actually helps us be more connected with that inner self and that inner calling and what we want. And we feel much more fulfilled in life when we're tapping into what we're supposed to be doing. At least I do. And I was living a life where I was like living the grind, right? Like going to work, a 9 to 5 job. In fact, my 9 to 5 job was actually hurting me financially in other ways because I'm a single mom. So I was paying for daycare, and I was actually going into a deficit every month paying for daycare because I wasn't making the money that I needed to cover all of my expenses. because I was working a 9 to 5 job that just no matter what I was doing, I was going to college, I got my degrees, and I still wasn't finding the type of advancement I was looking for, and I wasn't feeling fulfilled in my life. And I'm sure many of you can connect with that. Because we're all doing our daily grind, we're all just doing our thing out here, hoping that what we're doing is going to connect us with our true self or our true identity or our true dreams and what we're looking for in life. But in the end, when you do your balance sheet, uh, you're like, whoa, what the heck is going on? I'm having a negative experience here because I have more money coming out of my bank account and less staying with me. I have more energy going out of my energy bank account and less staying with me, and I'm not feeling fulfilled, right? I mean, come on. Like, we're running a rat race here and we're running around in circles and we're not accomplishing the things that we really need to accomplish, which is what? Our sole purpose. What fulfills this, what lights that fire, what really ignites those good vibes, right? The things that just totally make us feel like, yes, that's why I'm here. That is why I came to this place and this time. And you ever wonder why people like, well, for lack of a better term, famous people, right? Famous people seem to have everything together. They seem to have the it factor. They seem to have everything they want. Well, some of them do have everything they want, and they have everything they want because they're living their life purpose. They figured out that, you know what, this is what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to be a comedian. I was supposed to be a singer. I was supposed to be, a leader. I was supposed to be a scientist that developed this. And so some of these people have figured out their niche, their soul niche, right? What they came to produce and what they came to give back to the world. And so they're living their dream, they're living their life, they're living their purpose. And because they are doing that, because they are doing what they came here to do, they're seeing that type of success. So my one of my favorite examples is like Beyonce, right? She's the queen bee. Everybody just loves her. Well, most everybody loves her, but she is living Beyonce. She is following her path. She has an amazing voice, and she's using that voice. And so she is realizing that that's what she came to do, and that's what she's here to do. And therefore, she is reaping the success and the joys of being her. And when we think that we can't achieve that, right? Like, how they do that? They must have had something really special, or maybe they got some voodoo magic going on. No, not so. It's just that she's tapped into the flow of being Beyonce, what Beyonce came to do, the sole purpose of Beyonce, right? And Oprah is the same way, and Ellen's the same way, and Bill Gates is the same way, and Damian Lillard. I'm from Portland, Oregon, so Michael Jordan. Why does Michael Jordan fly the way that he does? He never, or rather, he didn't start out flying. He actually hit a whole bunch of roadblocks in his younger years, and he worked to overcome that. Listen to what I'm saying. He worked to overcome his roadblocks, and he believed in his own journey. He had an inner knowing that that's what he was supposed to do, and that was his purpose. And because he had that inner knowing, he didn't give up. He kept going. But most of us give up. We just decide, you know what? Well, maybe that's not it, because we hit a roadblock and we're like, that must not be it. Not true. Sometimes most times the universe is not going to give you what you want right away. It's going to want to see that you're dedicated. You're firm in your belief that this is what you're supposed to do in your life and that you're going to work for it. You're going to get out there. You're going to do what you need to do. You're not going to give up when you're hit up against a wall and that you need to figure something out and you need to figure out how to go over that wall. You need to go around that wall. Maybe you need to dig a tunnel underneath that wall. Maybe sometimes you just got to go right through that wall, right? Because you're that determined and you know I'm here to do this. Your solar plexus chakra, your solar plexus is like your heart speaking to you. Your solar plexus is speaking to you saying, yeah, gut feeling, man. This is what I'm supposed to do. I was supposed to always do this. And you're not going to give up. You're going to go for it. And so, the two cards we got. So I'm going to show you the Oracle deck. It's the Trust Your Vibes Oracle deck, and I will put the link in the video at the end so that you guys can find that as well. And trusting your vibes is super important. As I just mentioned, you got to go with your gut feeling, and that's your vibe. That's your vibe, because we're all here on a soul journey. My parents are Indian and Sri Lankan. And one of the things that they really instilled in our lives is having a career, getting out there, doing your career. My dad wanted me to be an engineer like him. My mom wanted me to be a nurse like her. And even though I made efforts throughout my life to be and grow towards those things, those weren't me. And no matter what I was trying, what degree I tried to get, or what avenue in work that I tried to do, even though I put my A plus effort and 110% into it, I found the doors weren't always open. Some of them were ajar, but they weren't like what was meant for me. And then I just decided that, you know what? Like, I needed to get out there and do what was meant for me, what my gut was telling me, what my head was telling me, along with my heart and along with my gut and along deeply rooted within myself. Am I aligning with all this right here? And am I following that? And I feel like right now I'm following that more than I was before. And becoming a Reiki energy healer is something that I'm more aligned with than being a nurse. And maybe for you, you're working at a retail store. I used to work for a place called Meyer and Frank in Portland, and it was a great job, but it wasn't the job for me. It wasn't. I ended up reaching management level, and it still didn't fulfill me. I owned my own business as a buy, sell, and trade video game store when I was like 20 years old, but that wasn't for me. I worked in a nursing home, and as much as I love the people that I work with, that wasn't for me. It was for somebody else. And so learning what is for you is the first part in that soul journey that we're on, right? And accepting things when a door closes, that somewhere there's a window that's open and you just got to turn your head and look and go, oh yeah, that's it. That's it. That's my path. I thought it was this. It's definitely not that. It's definitely not that. I need to redirect myself and I need to go this way, and so many of us feel like that's kind of scary. So the first one says exercise. This is awesome. Exercise your vibes. I love the imagery on these cards. And look at that. It's number 38. So 38, you add it, reduce it down to a smaller number. 3 and 8 is 11. 11 is a divine number. Yeah, it is. And it's one of those divine numbers you don't reduce anymore. 11 is 11. You keep it alone. You don't reduce it down to 2. Some people do. I don't, because it is a divine number, and it's connected to the divine, and it's the divine is sharing your a message for you. So let's read what 38 exercise your vibe says. There's too much static in the air to move ahead right now. Get back to the earth and get grounded. Ooh. I control my thoughts in the direction I choose. That's our affirmation for the day, right? So get grounded. And it says, I mean, sweat. A good dose of physical exercise gets your energy flowing in one direction, upward to higher levels of vibration, and keeps you from getting in your own way. Your brain is working overtime. Your spirit has been spotted leaving the premises of your body. By exercising, you quiet your overactive mind chatter and call your spirit back. Only then you can begin to hear your angels and guides who are patiently waiting to offer guidance for your present challenges, right? So exercising is a great way to stop your mind from running awry. And I do yoga, I do Pilates, I go for a walk and in nature. That is an amazing way to ground yourself and get connected with the energies of the universe, right? And when you are exercising, when you're getting out there and getting oxygen into your body and into your brain, you're actually going to open up all of those energy pathways, and you're going to find the vibe that you need to really connect with your soul purpose, and you're going to get downloads of information about where your life is going, what you should be doing, and at first you may not even realize it's a download because you're like, no, that maybe it's just a fleeting thought. No, it is a download, and you will, and if you continue to get out in nature, you continue to work and sweat and get that exercise, that's when that those downloads will come back more frequently to you and more energetically, and you'll get more grounded, and you will feel what you need to do is right. Shifting your energy from a mental to a physical focus through exercise will jumpstart not only your psychic sense, but your creativity as well, especially if you're stuck. So I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. It's some of you have and some of you haven't, but it's the movie What Women Want. I think it's with like Mel Gibson and Helen Hunt. And she's working for an advertising agency, right? And she goes out for a run and she's trying to land a Nike contract. And she's trying to come up with ideas for the Nike campaign to pitch to Nike. And we all know Nike's pitches, just do it, right? So just get out there and do it. Get out there and walk. Get out there and exercise. Even if you've not done exercise for a long while and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Well, just get out and walk. Walk for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and that will get you going. So if you want to access your vibes, give your mind a break and get out there and lead yourself into something more. That's amazing. So the second one is it's a team effort, right? It's a team effort. So you are your own team. Your person, your mind, your spirit, you are your own team. If you aren't on your own team, then who is going to be on your own team, right? And you have a team of people around you. 337, 10, which reduces to 1. You, starting with you. So you're your own team, and if you're not on your own team, who else is going to be on your team, right? Like, if you're not standing up for yourself, if you're not doing for yourself, who else is going to do it for you, right? Nobody else. Because in this world, to be honest, you're the first person that has to be on your team. You're the one that has to be rooting for yourself, number one first. And then you can build your other parts of your team. And there are other people that want to be on your team. But if you yourself don't want to be on your team, how can you expect other people to want to join that bandwagon, right? So here's what it says for it's a team effort. Because it's time to connect with your tribe, other sixth sensory people, to help you gain even more confidence and trust in your vibes. The best way to send out your vibe of your own and ask your guides to call the other six sensory spirits into your life is to know that you're not all by yourself. There are many soulmates waiting to connect with you. You just have to send up smoke signals so that they can find you. The way to do this is to come out of the closet. Oh my gosh, did I just not say that? Believe in yourself. Come out of your own closet, man. Get excited about your new psychic muscles and celebrating your vibes. If you do, support will show up in the most unexpected places. What did I just say? If you do, you do you, and support will show up. That is so awesome. This is so true, you guys. Like, that's the biggest problem with life is that we don't do ourselves. We're so afraid to be being ourselves. We're so afraid of being criticized by other people about who we are and what we are. We're so afraid of like what other people think. Well, who the F cares what other people think, right? If you're not being yourself, if you're not enjoying being yourself, if you're not laughing at yourself, if you're not just living life, being the soul that you're supposed to be, then there's no point in all of this. So if you want your team to show up, you got to believe in the first person on that team, which is you, right? And be you, do you, and everything else will come to you. So I'm just going to repeat the affirmation again for the day, and if you can, put it in the notes, and then try to say this, and then join me again. I'm going to try to go live more often. This is my first go live. We'll see how everything goes, but I feel like my guides are telling me to get out here and share myself with you guys, and that's what I'm going to try to do. But here's the affirmation today. I control my thoughts and the direction I choose. Yes, you do. And you're an amazing human being, and you are an amazing soul, and you're here on an amazing journey. And I hope that you take the steps today to not only discover that part of you and that journey that you're here to live and be and become, because that's what we're here for. And I want to thank you so much. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you get notifications of when I'm going to go live or post other videos. And I do all sorts of videos, and not only how to use mantras and mudras, and I'm going to be doing some on energy healing, and pretty soon I'm going to do a format where you can subscribe to my channel and be a member. And as part of a member group, you get advanced notices to other things that I'm going to be doing and other tools. I have tools in my toolbox, my positivity toolbox, that really helps raise my vibration, keep me at the optimum running energy level that I can every day, because that is so important. And again, say those affirmations, repeat it, believe in yourself, because that's what matters most. And you are going to see yourself skyrocket and take off and raise your vibrations every day. And nothing's going to bring you down. You are going to be in the stratosphere of happiness. So Divine Nation, thank you so much for joining me, Chi, on Divine Vibrations. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. Namaste.